Hi everyone, today I'm here to show you the process of castration. As you see, you have to first clean the testicles very well to prevent contamination of the inner substance with unclean matter, which can easily cause infections. As you see my surgical blade, you have to press and squeeze it in one chamber, then you have incise once or twice. Remember, when you're castrating cattle, we practice open castration. We cut the skin, then we cut off the scrotal sac. As you see there, I'm peeling off the scrotal sac from the test. Then you have to twist, push back the membranes and start twisting. It's somehow difficult when twisting to pull out that sheath, but you have to practice and twist well so that it comes out without causing bleeding. As you see there, I'm twisting thoroughly to make sure the bleeding is stopped inside, and I pull it out, all of it. If you leave it or if you cut it, I know some of you will ask yourself, why didn't I cut it? But remember, if you just cut it, the animal will bleed to death. So you have to pull, twist and pull it out. When you pull it out after twisting, it's going to lock itself inside so that it does not bleed. Much bleeding is prevented. So be aware. You have to use this nail on the finger to, to pull only in it and remove it so that it moves out all. Remember, life of a vet. I'm trying to bring you quality information about different farming tips. So today I bought castration. It was somehow a long process because the bull was somehow maturing. It was old, somehow old. But remember, castration can be done on any animal. It depends on the personnel practicing it. So you have to pull after twisting, while pulling. Finally, it comes out. But as I told you, the animal was mature enough. The test was somehow hard or difficult to move out, but you have to do whatever it takes so that you pull it out well. Prevent bleeding. Remember, if you just cut, the cow will bleed, and if it starts bleeding, it's difficult to. It's somehow kind of expensive to control bleeding. But if you just pull it out, it comes out well, as you have seen. After a long process, it finally came out. Now I had to incise the second test. As you see, incise once. Then you have to pull off the scrotal sac. Remember, the scrotal sac, it's key. You have to pull it off. If you leave it off, then you won't benefit in it. Animal will continue bleeding after just pulling it off their test. Have to put off the scrotal sac, as you see there, for better protocol. As you see there, me pulling off the scrotal sac. Remember, after pulling off the scrotal sac from the test, you have to push it, twisting while pushing it back inside. You have to push it back inside. As you see, I was practicing on our local cows. Remember, it's somehow painful. As you see the cow, it's trying to resist the pain, but nothing to do because I had already started the procedure. Remember, I'm sorry for looking like that in uncle's shoes, but I have to put in gumboots. But remember, whenever you get the job, you just have to be equipped. Remember, the head, it's the one working on the gumboots, protective gears, but it's not professional. So after pulling out the test, you have to clean in, removing the blood stains to prevent clotting. Then you have to insert in antibiotics. I inserted in penicillin and streptomycin, pen and strip. You have to insert in inside. After inserting in, then you have to make sure you push it inside so that it can control or stop bleeding and prevent infections in the test. After inserting in, make sure it's distributed well in the test. Then even you have to inject the animal to increase the immunity so the animal can easily fight against the opening to prevent infections like tetanus and other infections. So you give in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. I love you guys because you're really appreciating my work. It makes me happy if you do appreciate. And me, I will continue giving you quality information. Thank you. Mama.